guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about 11 tips on how to survive natural disasters. So here are some tips on what to do and what not to do. And subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification. Earthquake. An earthquake can trigger almost everybody. Almost everybody, no matter where they live, should know how to protect themselves. If you are in a building, stay where you are. Get into a position right here, like this, and then do that position in anywhere that you can hide under: a desk, a bed, a table, or a sofa. If you don't have any of that kind of stuff, just do that same position. But do not go outside. You're safer inside the building. Do not go in elevators or stairs. It's not safe. And if you're outside, do the same position in anywhere, and then wait for the shaking to stop. Tsunami. A tsunami can trigger any time when you're in the coast. But do not go into high trees or high buildings. It's not safe. It'll knock you over. Never do that. What you should do is go into a mountain or anywhere else. If there's none of that kind of stuff, get to the highest ground of the city, and then try not to panic. Flood. Now, floods are the most natural disaster, but the same way goes for do not stay at home. If you're safer to evacuate, make sure you buy inflatables so that it can save your life whenever a flood can happen. The safest place to be is the highest ground in your city or in your roof. If you can't get up to the roof, then go to a sturdy tree that cannot go. Don't try to swim in it, otherwise it'll destroy everything in their way. Hurricane. A hurricane can happen whenever you're in the South, in the Caribbean. The first thing that you should do is get a radio where they can give you evacuation orders and instructions. If you are outside, find a shelter and then get find the nearest shelter. If you can't do that, then get to the lowest. Then get to a hole where you can fit in it, so that it doesn't get in your way. Don't wait until it gets over, because it can lead into it can start again. Don't try. If you're in the car, don't try to drive all the way from there. It's impossible for a car to do that. So try to stay in the car if you can't find any shelter. Number 5, tornado. A tornado can hit any time when you're in Texas or anywhere else. No matter where, to survive one is that go in the basement or the lowest shelter that you can find. If you're in a building where you're not at home, follow the same rules. If you don't have a basement, if you live in an apartment or anywhere else that you don't have a basement, go to the lowest floor or a room without any windows. If you're outside, don't try to run out of it. It's impossible to run. Find a car and then drive over it. If that doesn't work either, stay in the car and then hide under there. Number 6, drought. Now, droughts aren't very common, but you can expect this happen. This means no water and nothing basically. If there's nothing, try to find a car and then get there into a different shelter. Number 7. What's number? Landslide. A landslide can happen whenever you're in a hike or in a mountain. Everybody should know how to survive it. If you are outside and the landslide is all happening, try to find a sturdy tree that's not in the mountains. Don't try to run all the way there because it can do. Find a place where it's already been tracked and don't go anywhere near and don't go anywhere where the landslide is coming. Don't try to stay at home. It can try to destroy your home. Number 8. Avalanche. An avalanche can hit whenever you're in alpine skiing in the winter. It is very fast, and it can bury anything in its way. If you are skiing when it's happening or snowboard, try to get there as soon as possible. Try to escape it as soon as possible. If you can't do that, then just go to the nearest. Then go to a sturdy tree or a sturdy shelter. If you don't have any vehicles, then do the same rules. Don't try to stay at home. Just evacuate as soon as possible. Number 9. What's number 9? Hold on. What's number 9? Fire. If the fires that take place in California took out many lives every year. Don't try to stay at home or go in red or try to go in forests because these will be really dangerous for you to get burned. Don't try to use cars because the fire is way stronger than your car and they can easily burn it down. What you should do is evacuate. If you see some fire that's not very close to you, then drive away from it. Don't go uphill because it can get already there. So you're safer in lower areas. Evacuate as soon as possible. Try to get to the burned parts so that it's not going to get you. Number 10. What is number 10? Typhoon. Typhoons are really happen anywhere in Asia, almost anywhere. If you are in a car, stop the car immediately and try not to race over. It's way stronger than you, and it can do it almost anywhere. So if you try to get into the same shelter, a really sturdy shelter, go in the lowest floor. It will save your life. Number 11, blizzard. A blizzard can happen whenever you have it, whenever you live in mountains. If you live in one of those, then this is not about evacuating. Try to get as much food before you hear snowstorm warning. It will be really expensive, but you will be glad that you've done it. If you are outside, try to get to the nearest shelter as possible. If you can't see anything or any shelter, just get in. Just find a shelter if you're in the house. If you're in the car, try to drive to the nearest shelter. Don't drive for too long. You can get in a serious car accident and try not to do. That counts for a list. What kind of natural disasters do you live in? What kind of place do you have natural disasters? Let us know down in the comments. Remember to give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification to join us in our squad.